guys? What's up? How's it? Webcam's off. That's weird. You? No, I turned you on. You were on. What's the deal? What's the deal, man? It's always got to be something, huh? It just can't not be nothing. Okay. You know what? Okay. That's fine. That's alright. That's not a problem. That's okay. It's all fixed, baby. How's everybody doing? Hey, Steph. Steph's here. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Feeling groovy? Feeling Kermy, if you will. I've been, yeah, a little Kermit dance. This is the Friday dance. That's what that is. Just feeling loose. Doom VR? I mean, that exists. Doom VFR? I don't know what that stands for. It's probably a cheeky acronym of some sort. Back in the old Doom saddle. So, yes. Love seeing that locked at 119. So, ooh. Thank you for the cheer. Thank you for the cheer. Jay Borden, the magical number, 420. What was I about to say? Yeah, so I got a new gaming monitor, so I've really been enjoying playing this game because now G-Sync works, and for some reason this has also fixed the capture going to the stream. So my capture lately has been super buttery. I hope that that's still the case. Because I changed a couple things. Because I had to. So let me know if it's still... I don't know if you guys were watching last time I did Doom. But since I changed some settings, it's been real smooth and buttery. Love it. And since I am an absolute slut for frame rates, so it should be more like this.
The second hell priest is located in the northern region of Earth. I will calibrate the portal now.
Started Genshin Impact? Yeah, that game rules. I really enjoy that game. Oh yeah, also no HUD. Should I bring the HUD back? Yeah. We'll say no HUD is just for when it's like it's maximum immersion. Whenever I'm playing without camera mic. I think I'm actually probably going to do that again. Let's see. I thought I accidentally went to Bruce because he was super loud. You were very quiet on the whole VR stream. I was watching with very high volume on PS4. Yeah, that's because when I'm doing voice chat, I can use the mic that's on the headset, but the actual mic, I either have to turn it way, way, way up because it's all the way across the room. I guess to properly stream VR games, I have to figure out how to beam the audio from my headset to the streaming PC as well. That is such a technical nightmare. No, I knew that would be the case, unfortunately. It's a solvable problem, but it's going to add so much complexity and breakability into the capture process. Oof. So yeah, I hope the frame rate is still as buttery smooth as it was before. I won't be able to check until I'm done, really. Check the VOD on Twitch, that's always a good way. What I realized last time is I didn't actually set my other recorder. So, I did this thing in OBS where I set my recorder to my Twitch encoder and then record a sample. Maybe a lapel mic. Oof, even more cords. Also, those are expensive. Those are a couple $100 each. Husband made a max headroom gif. Oh, I do appreciate the reference. Holy shit, that's actually pretty awesome. What is that from? Oh! What is that picture from, rather? That looks really cool. Thank you very much. Ooh, I had to go to the end. How far? No cam, no UI, Ultra Nightmare. Did I get a couple nights ago? This far. Oops. Stage 3. Cultist base. That's where I'm starting from. So I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I just beat the second stage, so this is a nice little warm up, I guess. This is what I suspected the Repertorium was actually for. Okay, just trying to make sure it's nice and loud. Did we confirm Repertorium does not equal Dead Dead and Ultra Nightmare? I think it... No, I think it was actually confirmed that it does. I think Repertorium, in fact, does mean Dead Dead. You cannot die anywhere in Ultra Nightmare. Ever. For any reason. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true. The only reason... The only way you can die a single time is through the rune. Need a title change? I thought I did. Yeah, it's... Here, I'll just hit... I'll hit update again. No, I did. Sometimes it takes Twitch a minute, but... Thank you for letting me know. Looks smooth to you? Okay. That's good to hear. Yeah, we'll see. I'll check the VOD later. Yeah, need a refresh. Yeah, Twitch doesn't necessarily update that the best all the time. Setting in Stream VR to mirror your audio to PC from your headset. Yes, that is audio, not mic. Pretty smooth? Only pretty smooth? Hatter, only pretty? This is not a pretty good stream. This is a very good stream. I do have to apologize again about my salt earlier. Specifically, I called somebody out and they were actually super right. They were super right. And I wish I could go back and apologize specifically. It was not, well, still. Salt is expected, but it's very smooth. All right. I like what I hear. Oh. Wasn't me, but I accept your apology. Good. You've given me the catharsis I so desperately craved. Whoop. But yeah, silky smooth. Now we're doing it. What I had noticed is, and some people in chat were noticing it too, but when I played with the camera and the mic off, I did much better. It's been so long, which is to say pretty much never, have I tried to play Doom Eternal or even Doom 2016. Tried to play it without the distraction of chat. It's something that I pretty exclusively streamed because I liked sharing the game, and then also the process of rambling while playing was fun. It's a good background set piece for conversation, bizarrely. However, yeah, after just trying it without mic and camera, I feel like I could concentrate a lot better. Oh, you misheard? No worries, Lizzle. Regarding vocals, a few of the VR-centric folks use a mod mic wireless to capture audio while streaming and also video recording. Expenditure in the index is the dang microphone in it. I don't think there's a way to capture that, though. The only way that I can think of, which is what I'm scared to do, is just do OBS NDI. So set... I think... That doesn't work, though, because, like, it'd be output. It'd be audio out. I don't know if there's a way to pass a microphone as an NDI, aside from playing it on the machine, and then NDIing that, like echoing it back on the speaker port. And I would have to do that while this PC is running and creating audio of its own, so that's not going to work. Oh, is Raymer? Okay, thank you. I actually will. Thank you for passing the username on to me. How am I doing today? Pretty good. Pretty good. Got to play a fun spooky game with some friends. Had the emotional roller coaster of feeling like I'd screwed up a very expensive piece of PC hardware, and then the utter redemption of having it not be broken. So real roller coaster today. Oh. Oh, I'm saying words you don't understand. My bad. Yeah, the OBS stuff. Yeah, it's tech. Basically, like, Someone in chat clearly has experience with
Let's see if you're strong enough to survive this curse.
producing VR live streams or with a VR live streaming community. Because yeah, audio in VR is rough. So apologies about the audio mix earlier. That is a problem that I like. Merely, there are so many problems to like bite off when it comes to trying to stream VR games. That unfortunately ranked all the way down. Merely getting it to work was kind of top of my mind. So, what did you think you broke? Oh, I thought it was just broke. Like I thought like maybe a solder point had broken or wired, like a hardwired connection had been broken, something like that. But it actually was just the headset jack, the plug, which is very strange to me. And I guess screens don't break like that, usually. But then again, most display panels I know haven't been dropped on the ground. Yeah, it still was a wild game. Yeah, it was. Luckily, actually, I can take that through through editing. I can actually fix the audio mix, so the YouTube version will be a little more on point. I gotta make a note to take an edit pass on that before I publish it. But yeah, I realized when I was streaming without chat, all the mental cycles that I would use to like think about what the next room is and kind of plan about what I was gonna do, those are all consumed by like chit chat, you know. Letting my mind go blank actually does open up some space to think about the game more and how I'm going to play it. I would have thought it would purely be about like the skill of playing in the moment, but it's really not. It's about like orienting your mind and reminding yourself of how, like sorting information to top of stack before you go into an arena. So I think what I need to do, if I'm gonna talk with chat, is maybe take a breath before heavy engagements and really kind of repopulate my mind with that, instead of whatever theistic monologue I'm working my way through. Stream after VR fix worked great. Oh, that's really good to hear. All right, this one's pretty easy. Just the Arachnotron. Or maybe even vocalizing it would make it. Fuck. Okay, well I'm not doing that again. I thought about playing that different just to see how it would work out. If I'm gonna do the stand my ground shit against an Arachnotron, I gotta have better weapons. Gotta have a rocket launcher or a ballista. Or both. SSG. All of it, really. Optimize your brain search algorithm. Make sure you're not still on bubble sort. Get quick sort implemented. You know, you joke, but I really do think that kind of engineering can apply to this sort of approach. I really do think it can. Not necessarily the mathematic way that your brain rifles information, but I do think organizing information is important, and maybe even coming up with techniques to do it. Even more important. Whoa. That's one thing I've kind of noticed about people who get really good at something is they don't really get hung up on what the right or wrong way to do a thing is. They just experiment and find what works best, and then they win. There's another big fella, right? No, wait, that's later. Wait. Anyone cringing there would stand my ground? Yeah. Sorry, got a frog in my throat. I mean, I use the term. Oh, there was still a lost soul there. I use the term on purpose because I do like to think that someone who unironically evokes that term always think that they're the Doomslayer fighting some kind of horde. You had a chance to get into the Bosja Southern Front in 14 yet? No, but I did see the article about the murderous chocobo. Is that related? Anyway, sorry, Loopbox. I just tried to clear my throat with water in my mouth, and it pushed it up into my sinuses. I'm having trouble being alive right now. Let's see. It's me even distracting myself with myself. Somebody asked what I was trying to optimize. Basically, like, attacking a video game or a skill set, and, like, trying to improve it with intent, I guess. So, like, as opposed to just, like, drilling a game over and over mindlessly, maybe more hyper detailed analyzing how you're losing and attacking that specific problem. I kind of don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest. Real Ogre Hours. Thanks for gifting 5 subs. I'm sure I missed all sorts of notifications today, so I apologize. If you're sore about giving me money that I ignored, let me know and I will over-acknowledge you now. Make up for it. Okay, hold on. Optimize the mental cyberspace. So, from here I can take out this guy no problem. I've had some success actually in using the heavy assault rifle to pick off the guns of the others, do pot shots. So that's what I'm gonna do. Take out this dude across here. And then use the heavy assault rifle to pick off whatever Mancubus guns that I can. I got plenty of ammo. Alright. I used to just run out and start shooting shit. I'm not gonna do that this time. Can pick off some gargoyles this way too, probably. Yep. I think I hear one down there. I guess technically as long as they're fighting, it can only go better for me. Yeah, staying in this room is pretty safe, it seems like. So can I just, like, do this? Cacademon's already up. Fuck. I didn't want to mess with a Cacodemon and 2 Mancubuses at once. Fuck. Okay. As long as I don't land near one of them, I think I'm fine. Their close range AoE still sucks, but it should be okay. I think maybe what will help is me just vocalizing my thought process a little more. Not for the sake of entertainment. I'm next to one. I did the thing. I might be able to jump away! Okay. Not for the sake of, like, thinking that people are desperate to hear my top tips, but more just, like, keep my mind focused on what's in front of me. Kind of thing. Hey, what's up, Battleroid? Thank you for the resub. Like training anti-airing in fighting games or something? Yeah. Yes, sort of. And I think it's even a step beyond that. I think it's like drilling the specific thing, but then also changing how you drill. Like I think you can come at it and be like, well, if I'm going to drill the thing, what makes sense is I'll just go into training mode and I'll set up the dummy, and then I'll, like, just have it jump in on me and I'll just practice it over and over. I'll just, like, do that. And I'm sure that works to a point, but I guess what I'm more like is, well, maybe think about your thought process when it comes to executing an anti-air. What are you thinking about? Where did your brain go? What were your impulses? Why did you react the way you did? And maybe think about rewriting that process. So instead of just drilling an anti-air over and over, maybe like do some competitive introspection and be like, why do I react to certain things the way that I do? What am I doing that's not optimal, and what emotionally is motivating those things? And then kind of scrubbing in deep to change your decision process versus your executional abilities. I don't know if that makes any sense. Missed my sub earlier. Sino, I did see your sub. I'm very sorry about that. And you've always been very nice in chat, so thank you very much. Thank you for keeping me honest and mentioning it as well. Sushi Bar Samurai, thanks for the sub. Practice does make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. It's that sounds a little bit like that like makes sense, but it also sounds a bit like what a high school coach might yell at you if you're dogging it in an exercise or something. It's true though. It is true. There's this particular song in Beatmania that I learned wrong, and for the life of me I cannot play it right now. I wasn't very good at it, but I really liked it, so I played it a lot. But there was a certain section of notes that I could just never play correctly, and now my brain sees that pattern and has to do the wrong thing every single time. So that's something where it's like, yeah, if you train wrong, you'll do it wrong. My computer's reading my mic as a headset. How do I change that? Okay, so your mic probably has a headset port on it, which is why it's doing that. If you want to change where your computer's sending audio, the easiest way is to click on the speakers down here, click on this little up arrow, and then select your device out of this list. The idea being that you can like route computer audio through your speakers. Usually, like I know that Yeti mics will do that a lot. What did we always use? Blue, I think, has a headphone port on it. But yeah. The idea being that you can be at your headset and like listening to yourself back through the mic. So I think ideally so there's no lag and you don't have a big old cord running all the way to the machine if you're just recording something. I think that's the idea, but yeah, it likes to do that. Alright. Whiplash is going to come out, shoot it with rockets, and grenade it, because that'll stagger it. Run to the left, switch to plasma. Run to the left, hit the 2 shield guys if you can, just get on the platform. Other Whiplash comes up, shoot it with rockets. I'll have freeze then too, so I can use freeze the second time. Fuck. Shit. Got a shot off. This should be fine. Luckily, Whiplashes come in a straight line. Which is bizarrely, they're like one of their big weaknesses if you can range it correctly. Oh. That's why, man. That's why we go into fights with full health and armor. Speaking of. That's the other thing. I think more often than not, I don't give myself a whole lot of whoopsie insurance. And that's kind of the broken competitive mindset, is like, my thought is if I just play perfectly, I'll never lose. But I think like, when you understand that it's like, it's the mistakes that make you lose, then you have to give yourself mistake insurance. Because if the goal is to win, then you have to account for the fact that you might slip up in the future, rather than just being like, I'll simply play perfectly. I don't think it quite works out that way. Oh, thank you, Mustang69. Glad you're doing your own thing, so I can appreciate you, and you alone. You're my bae and spirit animal. Ooh, I get it coming and going, huh? Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I feel like this suits me very well. And I'm lucky enough to, I think, have a following of any kind. So, why not continue doing it? Where the heck is that? Okay, that's right. It's out here. Make sure your health does not drop to 0. I mean, that is the game, right? Shoot the demons, keep your health above 0. That sounds so simple. That sounds so simple. I think if I actually focused on those two instead of worrying about all sorts of minute problems, like it'd be good to have more armor. I should chainsaw. I want to kill this guy while I'm jumping. Like, I'm curious what this glory kill looks like. If I can stop going for that stuff. Been watching the speedruns of Ultra Nightmare 100%, and and it's insane, and the control these guys have. Constant weapon switching looks so seamless and calculated all within fractions of a second, then I give it a try and get punched to death. Yeah, yes. They make it look easy, for sure. It really is, I think, at that level, because the game's not really random. Once you just memorize the amounts, kinds, and spawn orders of enemies, you can more or less make fights pretty optimal, which is that kind of weapon switching you see. It's like they know exactly it's boom, boom, boom to kill this guy, switch to this, ding, 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 and then you like take down the next 3 to 4 and you just flow right through. Yeah, I can't do that. It makes me curious. It makes me curious how good that level of Doom player would be at sight reading a very hard level. I guess really the DLC will be the first time we get to see that. People have this bank of experience with Doom Eternal, and maybe they could just flow right through it on Nightmare. I'm sure they could, but I wonder about like time optimization. That's going to be the thing, I think, and that's where drilling comes in. That's when it's like focused. It's like go to a checkpoint, run it a couple of times, write down what spawns and when and where. Come up with the nomenclature for that shit. Like organization of data flow. It's so much more efficient than what I weirdly romanticize about playing games like this, which is like trial and error. Pure trial and error alone. That's the old school way to do it. Ah, thought there'd be more armor, more ammo. Can only sight read so much though if there's new enemies. That's true. That's true. I think the game does a pretty good job of sort of explaining on the fly how a lot of the enemy mechanics work. But yeah, you're right. You're right. New enemies. Huh. Well, shit. I should have chainsawed. That's the other thing. That's the other thing I started doing is I noticed when I couldn't see my ammo counts, I would chainsaw at the end of every fight. Which, there's no reason not to do that. There's no reason not to do that. Gas refills so quickly. It's silly to not keep myself flush with ammo. And it's clear that they wanted that to happen. I just don't chainsaw enough. I'm bringing that up like on a fight where I can't Well, I can chainsaw. No, I can chainsaw as much as I want. Never mind. Where do you recommend someone to start Doom if they've never played the series? 2016 is just a really fun single-player game to play through. I think that's good. Should do more weeb shit so those of us that are into it can enjoy without feeling awkward. I was a jock boy for the last 23 years and finding more nerdy things I like. Huh. You just mean in general? In life? Yeah. I mean, whether it's... Oh, never mind. I gotta concentrate.
Dear to me, my brothers and sisters, but he is weak. Your hate must match his will. Only then will you be truly safe.
Fuck. Okay. Gonna be another mancubus soon. I don't want that to blow up on me. There's a Hell Knight around here somewhere, and a Whiplash. There you are. There you are. Fuck. Kind of panicked there. There we go. Fuck! Okay. Fuck! That was a silly thing to get caught out on, but whatever. Whew. That Hell Knight is still on me. There he is. There's our guy. Hey, buddy. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? I'm making a mockery of you. You can't touch me. Oh, his arm fell off. Alright. Yeah, 2016 flows into the Eternal story for sure, too. Doom 3 doesn't really matter. Don't worry about that. I don't... I know that Eternal's on Game Pass now, right? I don't know if 2016 is, weirdly. So, I mean, just start playing Eternal. It's... If you have Game Pass. Did blood punches actually work? Yeah, well... That was a moment where I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get hit either way. If this is just a shitty melee, I can still move on my way. So I went for it, and it worked. Oh yeah, allow me to conclude my semi-formed thoughts from earlier. I think it's a tragedy all around. Like, whether you view yourself as a jock, and it's like you're not allowed to not like nerdy shit, or you like nerdy shit, so you think you're not allowed to view yourself as a jock. I think that shit cuts both ways. People step into roles that they think are defined for them. Or they presume that there's things that they can't do. It's all made up. There's very little about this world that is universal. A lot of it is just people making shit up, man. So, if you get the idea that something's supposed to be a certain way or that something works a certain way, somebody probably made that up at some point. So, man, if you're good at soccer and you like anime, go ahead and be that person. Eternal's not on PC Game Pass. Oh, weird. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Oh, right. Fuel. Oh, I got the fuel. Okay. Gotta have 2 fuel before I leave. For the boom boom room. I love sports, working out, watching anime, comics, and gaming. It is possible. That's awesome. I think it's actually, like, no matter what it is, it's healthy to have a diversity of interests in your life. Just enjoy what you do. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes. Yeah.
Salvation lies in his destruction.
I agree.
Of the Slayer's strength is exposed.
Riz, thank you for the Prime sub. Vocalizing your thought process would probably allow you to pin down mistakes and more easily, since it would be easier to remember the steps you took. Seeing how many of those steps had passed through your head twice. First is the initial thought, second is the conscious effort to vocalize the thought. If that makes any sense. That makes a ton of sense.
And you will secure your place in the new world.
That's another thing that I've been focusing on is when you lose, it's so easy to concentrate in the moment and be like, oh, I lost because that guy hit me. That's true. But also, like, really appreciating the circumstances. It's not necessarily why did I die. I think the better question is how could that death have been prevented? That's the better question.
Super shotgun is nearby. A relic from
And honestly, I think a lot of those answers are going to end up being
remote location.
Chainsaw more. Chainsaw more and stop taking risks. Stop taking needless risks. Or playing more defensively when I'm coming into a fight hurt. I think that happens a lot. Is I'll just run into a fight being like telling myself, well, I'm going to play my best no matter what. But then I'll like 5 seconds later I'll forget about it. I'll see a risky glory kill and I'll go in for it and die. So Blaine Gibson proved no matter how good you look, you can still make yourself look like a fat piece of shit with enough makeup. Way to go, Blaine. Very inspiring. Man, that whole series was great. God. Hey, WLF. Hello. Hello and welcome. Let's see here. When you get old, you stop caring about that kind of stuff? Yeah. Trouble Ghost is correct. It's fun to hit that point, and honestly, I don't think there's any way to skip that step. I think every human being is going to absorb labels and definitions, because how else are you supposed to make sense of the world? But after enough time, yeah, I think it's really the pace at which people get. Are you squatting with Party 1? I am. Never mind. I think there's moments where people kind of get over that, and it kind of comes earlier or later, depending on some people. All right, boom boom room. There's lost souls in here. That's step 1. Step 1 complete. Steps 2 through 55 are the rest of this. Stack 3 chainsaw. Use ice grenade if I need it. Actually, frag might be better. Frag staggers. Maybe I just fire both. That's the other thing that I'm learning, is that if I'm dying with cooldowns off, like if Flame Belcher or either grenade have not been used and I die, then there were tools I could have used to stay alive and didn't. So I gotta lean on those more. It's generally interesting to hear top-notch speedrunners explain the decisions they make with speedrun as they are playing and why those decisions are the most optimal options. I agree, Manly. I guess where my head is at is I don't think I'm good enough at this game to provide that layer of commentary. It would purely be for my own, like, it would be an experiment to see if it helps me improve. That's it. So I guess I'm a little concerned about how it would come across, you know? Because if I'm just, yeah, no rocket self-damage. Yeah, no rockets down here either. Unless it's on the other side of the room. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. My concern is more like how behavior like that appears to somebody who's just wandering into the stream, right? Well, I guess I shouldn't worry about that then, should I? Based on what we were just saying. Okay. No, I guess I do have to worry about that. It's part of being a streamer. It's keeping up appearances. Okay. I'm going to jump down here. I'm going to use this gun. And this gun a lot. This gun mostly because it kills minions the fastest. And they're kind of spread out. Bizarrely don't get a lot of spread damage, splash damage around down here. I'm going to shoot all the demons. There's a whiplash and an arachnotron at some point. Ignore cue balls. Yeah, unless it's lined up. Like, chasing after a cue ball hit. It's not worth it. Rockets are how I deal with whiplash right now, though. Yeah, there's just nothing else. So, if a whiplash drops next to me, I'm kind of messed up. But I'll try my best. So, it's two smaller things, then an arachnotron and a whiplash, and then two mancubuses, which is the real son of a bitch. Okay, here we go. I think I've got it all in my head.
Attention, all mortally challenged personnel. The Slayer.
Actually, I should flame belch those guys before I blow them up, just so there's ass loads of armor just sitting on the floor down here. Oh fuck! I forgot they were shield mans. Okay. I thought I was gonna have it. Okay. Okay. Flame all the trash to farm armor. Yeah. That's something. That's a. So the farming armor thing is it's an effect that I've noticed, but I've yet to really utilize to my benefit, which is that, and it gets way easier with the chainsaw, the super shotgun. But if you just have armor shards on the ground and you have item magnet, the first hit you get is basically free. Because the second you get hit, it all sucks into you. And sometimes you get 2 hits for free. So, like, that's again more like, just buy more insurance. There's ways to earn more mistakes that I'm not using. It is, and to hear, like, Hugo talk about it, the more I play the game, the more he's absolutely right. And he like, it's so great that he talks about his design of this game from such a deep understanding of philosophically what it is. It is about the rate at which you make mistakes and the rate at which you play well enough to recover from those mistakes. So it's like, I have only been playing with a mind on trying to reduce my mistakes, but I haven't been learning at all about how to afford more mistakes, which is just as important. It's the other half. So I'm going to focus on that going forward. I always forget what the word heuristic means. Yeah, for me, heuristic and holistic. Those both mean... Are those, like, antonyms? Oopsie Insurance now with Progressive. Yeah, hey, Progressive, if you're out there, I'll take a check. I'll put a chat bot on. I will. So like, in that circumstance, I probably should have chainsawed, but it was a big boy, so it would have been 3. Game probably feels more euphoric on PC. Oh my god, dude! So I got this new monitor. I've been bringing it up a lot because it really is night and day. I'm now getting like a buttery smooth 120 FPS. Oh, you guys, it's so good. I don't care, man. Get out of the way! Ow! Shit! Fuck. That was a little sloppy. Went into that a little bit cavalier. Do platforming deaths count in Ultra Nightmare? Unlike Doom 2016, you don't die the instant you fall off of a map in Eternal. Holistic means something that's whole? Okay. Heuristics is what the brain uses when creating and categorizing things such as labels, stereotypes, and certain biases. Ah! Okay, thank you very much. What a wonderfully informative explanation. Rindor, thank you for the cheer.
To say it, but you're in bad shape.
Yeah, I think they were humane. The amount of platforming in Eternal, it's already a much harder game, and it's longer, and there's way more platforming. So if platforming was still insta-death, I think, I mean, Ultra Nightmare would still be possible, but God. That's sort of like crawl into the corner and writhe on the floor kind of stuff. Garlic Bread 2077. Thank you for the Prime sub and the wonderful name. Oh, United Soul, thanks for the sub. Yato, thank you for the sub. Arrow Swinter, thank you for this. Thank you for the gift.
Neural connection successful. You are now in control of the Revenant drone. You may use
Yeah, we got Steve. We got him. Steve's gonna help us out. That was weird. I swear to God, demons are in a weird state when they're mantling or jumping up or down. They cannot die. They cannot take damage. But they can die, but they don't die like they either have to land or warp back to die. They're not allowed to die in the air. There must have been some kind of bug with demons getting killed during their mantling animation. And they just had to like lock it out. They had to prevent that state from happening. And kind of pave over it with a bunch of patches. Very interesting. The game's functionally the same either way. There's some edge cases where it does mess you up, but if you try to... For me, what always murders me is trying to chainsaw or blood punch a demon that is landing from something. Did you read Phil Spencer's Kotaku interview? No, I mean, I saw the bombshell, basically, that he specifically said that they could recoup costs without publishing games on PlayStation platforms. Which is all but saying that, yeah, Bethesda games are not going to be on PlayStation going forward. Which is like, oh, you know, yeah, that's the point. You still working out? Actually, no, Mustang. I've stopped because I'm trying to focus on. I'm trying my best to focus on diet right now. I am holding myself to 1,500 calories a day, which doesn't leave a whole lot of overhead for exercise. So my goal was to just take like 4 to 6 months off of really rigid activity, really focus on keeping the calories lean, and then hopefully get down to somewhere around a goal weight. Go back to eating food again and lifting weights, and then kind of start the bulk and cut cycle. If I can even cut the first time. There are micro missiles, I just don't find them very useful. Pretty sure this is... Oh. I thought that was the cue ball. It is not. Shit. Basically, the things that micro missiles are good at, other guns are also good at that, and scope is the only gun you have like that for the beginning of the game. And yeah, I do ring fit, but that's pretty light activity, all things considered. It's not heavy lifting, it's not interval cardio. Yeah, this room is tense. This room is tense for sure. Oh wait. Yeah, I wonder why. I knew something felt off. I'm gonna buy this shit. Yeah, the scope is basically a railgun. It's perfect. Huh. Yeah, speculate. Yeah, that's cutting to the heart of the story. Basically, the speculation that they haven't confirmed, but people kind of just assume is going to happen, is that all of Bethesda Softworks games are now Xbox exclusive, which is Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom. What are the big ones that they have? Prey. Deathloop's coming out soon. Okay. Phil Spencer said they could recoup the cost without publishing on PlayStation. They'll probably still do it in some form. Oh, okay. I didn't see the... I only saw the clickbait headline version of it. I did not see the full interview. So, I am not in any way accurately representing the story. Oh, I guess maybe the cue ball got him. Fuck. How was that a heavy assault rifle? Heavy assault rifle. I didn't want to risk it. I think this is just a cacodemon. I say just, like a cacodemon's not going to kill me somehow. All right. No! I didn't see him. Phil Spencer was referring to Microsoft priorities and its intended ROI, nothing more. He didn't specifically say that games would be exclusive. He did, however, mention that bringing the games on Switch would probably not be viable going into the future. I do remember that, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Lunar Drifter, for providing a more complete and accurate rundown than I did. I should be more careful about framing things improperly, given that, like, console tensions are at an all-time high right now, you know. Quick break. I gotta get some water. I'll be right back. See, I told you that was fast. But yeah, it's interesting, because so far under the Phil Spector window of Xbox, it's just been nothing but like, to put a word on it, like consumer-friendly moves. I really can't think of a single thing Xbox has done that hasn't made the products better, the services more attractive, more affordable, or anything. I typically don't like that term. I think using terms like pro and anti-consumer are just kind of like, they make me feel a little icked out, but it's really hard to see it in any other way.
Attention, all cultist base personnel. Please destroy the Slayer. The
Phil Spector.
survives. I repeat.
He's a ghost. The ghost of Xbox. Did I say Phil Spector? I was thinking of, like, what's the... Damn it. What's the dude's name who made Deus Ex? Something Spector, right? Warren Spector. And who could forget Epic Mickey? Crap. Hey! So it's well, in one sense, I would say yeah, hell right, hell damn ass right. Microsoft gonna pay billions of dollars for Bethesda not make their games a platform exclusive, but heck if I know, dude. I mean, it could just be like, it could be purely like, you can play this on PlayStation for 60, 70 bucks, or you can play it on Xbox for $5. Like that, it might be something like that. Like, fine, you want a PlayStation? Fine, pay your stupid $70. Or you can get Game Pass and be fine. Ever watch Super Bunny Hop? Not really, no. Widely recommended, though. Everyone seems to enjoy those videos on http://youtube.com. They're like, are they like hyper lore videos? They're hyper something videos. Ah, yes. Anomalous Underdog. Yeah, I know that Spectre himself has made quotes about the idea of like figureheads and names. Well, too bad. Too bad. Guess what? He made Deus Ex alone. Sure as Miyamoto made Mario. Spectre sat down with a graphing calculator and made the original Deus Ex video game. HTTPS? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Homerton is correct. I don't watch a lot of YouTube, which, yeah, I understand. I understand that. I like making it. It's fun to edit it. Don't watch a lot of it. Ah. Is he still making games or working for any company? Yes, I think. He drifted out of games for a while, and then he came back, and I think he's working at a studio. Just kind of quietly making something. I know he's connected to the Arcane guys. They have a studio in Austin. I don't know if he's at Arcane. Huh. Do you get gameplay bonuses from maxing Meat Hook? Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Bosk. So, allow me to pause and grant myself clarity of vision so that I don't try to platform while talking and then fall and then lose armor when I don't need to. I'm learning. I'm thinking. Alright, Doom Eternal has many mechanics to help you recover resources. If you glory kill, you get health. If you chainsaw, you get ammo. If you kill enemies while they're on fire, you get armor. You can set enemies on fire in a number of ways. One is the flame belch, little flamethrower. The other is once you master the super shotgun, as soon as you hit somebody with the chain, it sets them on fire. So essentially, and that's just based on the cooldown of the chain. So essentially, as long as you have that, you have a way of generating armor off of virtually every enemy in the game. Which really, really helps with survivability, health recovery. So getting it as soon as possible is a great survival tool. I tend to grind it probably faster than I need to. And that has gotten me into trouble before, taking unnecessary risks, trying to get kills as fast as possible, but it's just nice to have right away. I do need to cool it sometimes though. I get a little too aggressive. Take very unnecessary risks trying to like grind it out immediately. I don't know if that's a tentacle. It's not. All right. What? These guys are weird, man. Like their hitbox must be all over the place. I was working on System Shock 3 with a studio called Other Side Entertainment. Now that's great news. What happened to Ken Levine? He's still at Irrational, I think. I think it's still called Irrational. Maybe he just left the studio and started a new one, but Ken Levine is working on something. Oops. I think he also got sick of being a name. If I were to guess, that's my vibe. I don't think he ever said as much, but I think he didn't want to be like a AAA studio lead anymore. And man, can I understand that. Ooh! Ah! That's the rune. That's the rune! That's okay. I wasn't going to be able to stream very long anyway, to be honest. Alright. Man, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Cacodemons suck! So bad! God. That's fine. I had something I was going to do tonight. It was going to be a short one anyway. Oh, it's still hot. It's still so hot. God, I'm so sick of this. It's supposed to be the last week. This is the last one. It's actually been summer and it's not fair. Okay, it's Friday, so Media Tech. Oh, hold on. Let me you got ticked over. Hey, that's Doom. That's Doom. If you didn't want to die immediately, you shouldn't have sat in place for a fraction of a second when 18 Cacodemon shots hit you instantly. Yeah, I had to update the death counter there. So here, thank you for watching YouTube. I'm gonna cut this recording.